You want to know another reason why it's good to check the weather if you're living full-time in a van? It has been non-stop wind for the past 2 days. And you can see here I'm in an empty campsite because I guess everyone else checked the weather and decided, let's not go camping when the wind's gusting at 40 and 50 miles an hour at 4,000 feet of elevation. So on these bad weather days, I've just been reading a book most of the day. I've been taking this one out for little walks around the campground until we get too cold. But currently I am at Grayson Highlands State Park, and my plan was to hike a lot of trails. Unfortunately, with the wind gusting as much as it is, I still could go hike them, but I'm just choosing not to. I booked 2 nights here, so I stayed here last night, and I'm going to be staying here tonight. I'm hoping the weather clears up tomorrow, so that way we can hike up some of the trails. Another cool thing about this park is I think like 2.5 miles of the Appalachian Trail actually runs through this park. I was planning on trying to do at least a little bit of the trail while I was here, but doesn't look like I'm going to get that opportunity because I really wanted to see the wild horses, so I'm going to make that a priority for tomorrow. Yeah, I was planning on filming this entire trip, but with the winds gusting as much as they were, there just wasn't going to be much to see, so I figured I'll just start the video today, hoping the winds would die down. They didn't, but that's okay. Just use this time to catch up on some reading and really just relaxing. This thing, I got this from REI a while back. Just a scraper. Definitely comes in when I'm doing my dishes, especially because I struggle to do dishes the night that I cook. If I cook, I feel like, hey, I've already accomplished a task. I'll do the dishes in the morning, when I know they would be easier to clean if I just cleaned them right then. But it is what it is. In case you're new here, my name's Garrett. I live in the back of my Storyteller van. In 2024, I sold everything I own, and I've just been traveling the country ever since. All right, so I'll take you around, show you the empty campsite real fast. All right, Ari, here we go. Come on, let's go for a walk. There you go. Come on. Good girl. All right, let's go. Back there's all the campsites. They're all empty. I am the only one here. The wind has actually died down a little bit, but definitely still getting those strong gusts. Here's the prices for the campsite there. For non-Virginia residents, $23 a night. For Virginia residents, $20 a night. This is the bathhouse, but it is closed. This park, at least like the visitor center and everything, doesn't open up until May, and we're still in April. But it's very nice, very secluded. Blue skies. This morning, me and Aria took a walk down this horse trail here, but the wind was blowing so hard I saw some limbs falling, and I thought maybe not the best time to take a hike through the forest when the wind is howling that bad. Oh yeah, I am at the Chestnut Hollow Campground. Here are all the horse stables, and they have all these hitching posts here to tie off your horses if you bring them. We going down here, Ari? So if you've been watching my channel, you've seen that most of the sites I go to are free sites. One benefit of paying for sites is you get dump stations. And there's the sewage dump there. So while I did have to pay to get in this site, I'm also going to be able to fill up with water and dump my gray water tank, which normally have to go to an RV center and pay to use their dump services. It actually makes sense to stay in a state park or somewhere that has these hookups, because then I'm getting a night somewhere and I'm getting to take care of filling up my water and emptying my gray tank. Well, I guess I won't be filling up on water, which they did tell me. Having to do a spin, she wrapped me up. They're charging me the primitive rate, which basically means none of the water works and the electricity is probably turned off. At least I'll still be able to dump my gray water. Okay. She still will not jump up in here. So yeah, I'm just going to hang out, do a little bit of editing. That's what you do on days where the weather isn't favorable. Get outside a little bit when you can, but hunker down and just try to stay warm. So back before I realized I wasn't going to be doing anything here for the first couple of days because of the wind, I had went and got stuff to make dinner, but I made it last night. It was actually one of the meals I've made here previously, which was the chicken stir fry. I do have leftovers that I'm going to eat tonight. I'm just going to pop it in the microwave here, turn on my inverter, and there we go. Dinner's cooking. Smells delicious. There's the chicken stir fry, and you can see that sauce definitely thickened up a lot better. So thanks for the recommendation. Can you scoot over for me? There you go, just lay down. Nope. Let's do the second day taste test. So even though it was a super windy day today, sometimes living the van life, you just have to kind of go with the flow, especially when it comes to the weather. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. You can try to plan your travel around the weather, which I try to do, but sometimes it's just unavoidable, and it is what it is. I got all my dishes done today, and I kind of did some reorganization of the van, try to make it easier with her being in here. Didn't get to do what I wanted today, but caught up on other things. And tonight I'm probably gonna play some video games because I did a movie night last night. Oh yeah, before we settle in for the night, let's take Arya for a walk. You wanna go for a walk? All right. Come on. There you go. We're gonna go down this way, Ari. It's cold. I was kind of thinking maybe someone would come tonight, but just me camping tonight. Look at that sunset. Kind of hard to see through the trees, but still really pretty. Good potty. So I've been taking most of the video outside today with the microphone with the windscreen, but I figured I'd take this with the iPhone so you can hear the crazy winds. It is so cold. Can you jump up there, Ori? Time to set up for some nerd video games. Good morning. Slept pretty good last night. The wind's still pretty intense today though. Wind or no wind, I'm gonna do that hike today. Still an empty campsite. Before we get the day started, I'm gonna make some coffee. Cheers. So I know I've talked about the weather quite a bit in a lot of my previous videos, but the weather affects you quite a bit more when you're living in a van versus, living in a house. But regardless of the wind, I'm going to go take a hike today. Hopefully get to see some of the wild ponies. So yeah, just gonna finish my coffee and then we'll pack up the van and then we're gonna hit the trail. Good girl. Look how fast those clouds are moving. It is frigid cold. Anytime you see me do a twirl move, that's because she's wrapped me up. All right. Before we go over to the trailhead, I need to go empty my gray water tank, so we'll do that before we leave the campground. Let's hit the road. Ari, you ready to go for a ride? Yes, you are. You're ready to leave this windy campground. All right, let's go. There you go. Remember to put these up. Cabin has been secured. There we go. You can see there my thermostat in my van says it's 40 degrees outside. And with those winds, I'm a little bit concerned, not so much about me, but about her. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt it. I'm gonna just kind of see how she's feeling. If she looks like she's enjoying it, then we'll continue, but if not, we'll turn around. We've been driving up this hill for a little bit now, and it's already dropped 2 degrees. All right, Ari, we're gonna try. Get her water. All right, ready to go. All right, come on, Ari, let's go. Welcome to Wilburn Ridge. Here we go. Oh, look at these views. Absolutely beautiful. The wind is insane. We saw some wild ponies. I would like to hike a lot more of this, but today's conditions, I just don't think it's good for. So we're gonna head back to the van, get warmed up a little bit. Arya did not do well with the horses. I decided this probably isn't the best trail to take her on, but this was really beautiful. A lot of great views. Home sweet home. So, found where I'm going to stay tonight. I'm going to stay on a farm. It's a Scottish Highland farm and they have Scottish cows. We'll go check that out. That'll be our in-between stop for our next destination. Let's go. You ready to go, Ari? Here we go. Beautiful views. I love these windy mountain roads. You just never know what you're gonna see, what views you're gonna get. It's just beautiful. All right, I don't know if you can see that sensor there, but I need some DEF fluid, so just pulled over at this gas station to get some. And also, I put on this undershirt and some underpants this morning whenever I was going up into the mountains to see the ponies. It is hot. All right, let's go potty. All right, Ari, have to go get some DEF fluid. I'll be right back. Be good. I live in it. This is my home.
Really?
Yeah, full time.
I don't blame you, Bill. I would too.
Had it up in the National Forest quite a bit here. It's all-wheel drive. I was going to show you how to put DEF in here, but really it's just pouring it in. But a guy was coming up talking with me and just wanted to know more about the van. So one reason that I don't use Harvest Host that much is because I don't plan a lot in advance. I just submitted my request this morning, but they have not responded. What I'm going to do is head over to the Walmart because I did see that you can camp there. I'll just wait over there and see if I hear back from the people. So let's roll over to Walmart. You ready to go for a drive? There you go. Everything else is ready to go. Uh-oh, what do I do with my keys? Oh. They're right where they're supposed to be. Temperature says 79 in the van. And just this morning it was reading 36 or 37 at elevation. Big temperature difference. When I was looking up this Walmart, everyone said to park near the auto care. Whoops, luckily they didn't spill. So got to Walmart a little bit ago, but now I gotta go find something to eat. I've noticed that whenever I leave her in the van, she tries to figure out a way into the front seat. I have a solution, I hope. There we go, one of those mattresses there, and that should keep her in the back. My main concern is that someone is gonna see her and think I left her in a hot van. This is my solution, we'll see if it works. Of course, I've got my camera as well, so I can kind of keep an eye on her. On to find something to eat tonight.
Hello, Ari.
So as you saw in that security cam footage, she goes a little nuts whenever I'm not in here. I think the solution that works, I just jammed this mattress cushion right in between the seat, and that seemed to prevent her from getting up there and drawing attention to the van. But yeah, I was feeling pretty lazy tonight, so basically just got the Walmart special here. Also, when I was in Walmart, they told me I shouldn't park here. I gotta go move the van to the back of the parking lot. Oh yeah. And another precaution I took was to use my front window covers, which I never really use. I didn't have these curtains that I have now last summer, so I'm assuming when it gets summertime, I will probably be using these again, so that way provides a little extra insulation from the heat. Stowed those right down there. You ready to go for a ride? Yeah. Gonna go find my new spot over here on the other side of the parking lot. This looks like a nice level spot right here. There we go. I think I'm just gonna call it for this video. The reason I'm here is I'm staging for my next adventure, so stay tuned. That'll be the next episode coming out. If you got this far in the video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a like, maybe subscribing. I'm gonna sign off for now, so I will see you guys next week.